ASMR.
We're sponsored by Miller Lite.
We're not. We're not
And
sponsored by
Coors
Miller
Light.
Lite.
And Coors Light.
Definitely not.
50-50 sponsorship.
Don't know how that would work.
They agreed. They like our podcast.
So I'm gonna have to be the mic holder here because if I give the mic to either one of you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna forget you're holding it.
Probably.
But we're here to talk about the Super Bowl, right? The Super Bowl's this Sunday, featuring Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl halftime show, as well as
about Kendrick Lamar. He gets 5 Grammys off a Drake diss. Drake has 5 Grammys total. They are tied now on the one song. Kendrick has 22. He has 5 based on the Drake diss song that everyone was. Did you hear them singing along to that?
Yeah, Bernie, have you heard this? Drake only has 5 Grammys. Kendrick Lamar just won 5 off the song that dissed him.
Kendrick Lamar.
I think the song is very overrated. Cold take. He took down a monster. I mean, he owned the industry, and Kendrick just destroyed
Well,
him.
Drake would say, well, Kendrick didn't do it alone. Drake would say he did it with the help of a major record label company.
Drake's a bitch, bro. With the lawsuits and shit. I mean, come on. He's looking weak as hell.
But if we're talking trying to separate the artist from the art, it's gonna have to be overrated. Just overrated.
Nothing.
The five Grammys total for Drake is I think that the Academy or whomever is dealing out these Grammys in the first place, they must have known about these allegations beforehand and judged him based upon that because his music deserved more Grammys.
So you're saying this is a shady win. You're saying that this is
for Kendrick? Yeah, it's definitely a shady
so
win.
it's not based on the music itself. It's based on the fact that he like tried taking down Drake.
That's what it was. Exactly. They don't like Drake.
How do we feel about Taylor Swift saying every word of the song? I did not see that coming.
I mean,
she's a big fan.
Everyone hates Drake. Drake is just a corny motherfucker who just like roasts. He's good music, but he's just like he's a weird guy, you know. He tries to be a gangster. He's not a gangster.
Drake recently announced he's going on tour. Yeah. He did a little tour somewhere across country, and he was singing the song. You know how he says LeBron in one of his songs.
Yeah.
He said not LeBron because of the feud that they've had recently, where LeBron has dissed Drake. Have you heard of that, Bernie?
No.
So Drake has lost all his friends. All right.
Oh.
There it is. That's beer number 3 for Burn Dog right there. But we're doing responsibly, of course. Like in case any of this ever comes up in anyone's social medias.
Yeah.
In an interview.
We're drinking very responsibly.
We're home.
And we are sponsored.
Not sponsored again.
We're sponsored by Coors
and Miller.
There you go. 2 names right there. But going back to the Grammys, right? Because I did my research on the Grammys. This was about on the radio show. We had Beyonce winning Best Album and Best Country Album. Are you guys like kind of upset about that?
What, Best Album overall?
Yeah.
The fix is in. I mean, how does a Beyonce put on a country album and win? Listen.
Liam's a little worried to answer that question. He feels a little.
Feel like if they see it, I'm gonna disappear. So.
Who's they? He said the Illuminati. Bernie, have you heard of Cowboy Carter, Beyonce's country album last year?
I have not.
So I haven't heard fully, but I know that this one song's pretty popular. It was Texas Hold'em. You like playing Texas Hold'em, right?
I love playing Texas Hold'em.
How about you hold these? But no, but yeah, Beyonce won Best Album overall, and that wasn't much of a shock to me. What was a shock was her winning Best Country Album. But to be honest, she was going against another person who's doing the same thing she was doing, in my opinion, which is culture vulturing, Post Malone. What do you think of Post Malone not getting the same amount of hate that Beyonce would have gotten?
He's white. Huh? It's a better album.
Okay, well, that's a crazy thing to say. All right, bro. I don't know if it was much of a better album. I will admit that Post Malone used a lot more country credits in that song. I mean, in his album, he had a lot of like features. Yeah. But what did Beyonce? Didn't she have Dolly Parton in one of her songs?
And she also had Post Malone.
Oh.
Songs on the album.
So it's kind of like Post Malone won too, in a sense.
No, he lost.
Oh, he lost. All right. Well, apart from that, you had Doechii winning Best Rap Album. She's the only the third.
Who is she, bro? Who is she?
What do you mean? Who is she?
In 1989, and 2 women have won. Lauryn Hill, 3 women have won. Lauryn Hill, Cardi B, and Doechii.
No.
That's you know all this offhand, bud.
It's because I did my research beforehand. But yeah, basically, Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, Doechii is now the third only woman to win Best Rap Album. And she joins the greats of Lauryn Hill and Cardi B. Can you believe Cardi B has won an album for Best Rap Album? I hate Cardi B.
Yeah.
She was really popular back in the day. That was probably what, 2016? She was really good.
I'm not too
Maybe
sure. That
not,
sounds a little
18 or
too far back. Yeah, I think it's 18 or 19.
But that was it for her.
Was it before or after
Offset? Turns Offset on?
I was gonna talk about the
Rest in
the leak. Yeah.
Oh, the leak.
Oh, the mushroom.
So if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you don't know what we're talking about, Cardi B, she had nudes leaked and she was being made fun of for them, particularly her areola, if you will, or is that how you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, they were comparing it to Dusty Divot. There's all kinds of memes. You remember?
Yeah, Toad, bro.
So-
Like, look at Toad from Barry.
but in my opinion, leaks are not cool, guys. Come on, that's messed up stuff, man.
Yeah, people work hard
I
on
was
them.
just trying to get the timeline down.
Yeah, Bernie was only.
Andrews or
And what else is on the docket, Antonio?
All right, so last thing for the Grammys, I would say is that both Billie Eilish and not Charlie XC, Billie Eilish and Taylor Swift were both snubbed. They didn't win a single Grammy the whole award show. What do you think about that?
Billie Eilish and who?
And Taylor Swift,
Ooh,
T-Swizzle.
So, Billie Eilish, good artist. Taylor Swift, good artist.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't really know what they put out this year, so I can't really.
All right,
comment
so
on that.
Billie Eilish pulled out a very popular song called, I believe it's called Wildflower or
Birds of a
something.
Feather.
Birds of a Feather but that was the second one. She did both, I think. Yeah, Taylor Swift did Dead Poets or something like that, where she said that she wished life was back into like the 1800s, but without the racism. That was a very clippable line. That was what she said. It came out of her
No
mouth.
way she said that.
That's in a song of hers.
That's in a song of hers.
Verbatim, yeah.
Yeah, Liam could attest for that.
Without the racism.
Did you guys hear that Dennis Schroeder compared the NBA free agency to slavery?
Well, he's a member of the Utah Jazz now, so
Or no,
He
he
can
compared
instead,
the
so-
trade deadline to slavery.
correct, yeah. As he's a multi-millionaire.
There was a lot of moves this NBA trade
Childhood game.
deadline. There was moves like that we did not see coming. There was Luka Doncic. There was, I believe, recently Kyle Kuzma got traded.
Yeah. Jimmy Butler and De'Aaron Fox both went west.
Yep, that's right. Where'd Jimmy Butler end up going, by the way?
Golden State Warriors.
Did he actually do it?
Yeah.
Traded earlier.
Right.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, listen, we got to pinpoint what we're talking about here. So we've been all over the place, right? But listen, there's been a lot going on around these past 2 weeks.
But Billie Eilish, she was crying when she didn't win a Grammy. It was pretty
No,
funny.
she
It was
wasn't.
pretty
She
funny,
was.
yeah. She's a sore loser. And listen, Kendrick, he's on top right now. I was gonna say something else.
But yeah, basically, those were the two biggest snubs.
Kanye West.
Kanye
Hello,
West,
he's
he
back.
left the show before it even started, and people said that he got kicked out. He did not get kicked out. He did his own thing.
Obviously, he always does his own thing, bro. Kanye
Yeah.
West's reign supreme.
What do you think about Bianca being naked? Do you a fan of Bianca Sensori?
Fashion statement. No, people say she's gonna come out with like a documentary on how
I doubt it.
about all of this.
You know, before she met Kanye, and she still is too, I think, an Australian model is what she did as a job. And she had very like risque photo shoots. I don't see how Kanye West is the one pulling the strings here. I think he just found his match. You know?
Kanye.
Yeah, I agree.
I really enjoyed.
Seeing
What?
Bianca?
I thought it was very fashionable, but then I saw kind of the devil's advocate. Like, what if Kanye were completely naked? I wouldn't have liked that as much.
He's
A
saying
woman
there's a
would have, though.
he's saying there's a sexism
don't
issue
think-
here.
I don't think a woman would have liked that at all, actually.
Kanye
I mean,
naked?
they're curious.
When Kanye was really fit, when he was living at one of the venues, it was MSG. I don't know. He was living somewhere.
Yeah.
He was getting really buff. I think then they would have liked it. But now Kanye, he's probably out of shape. He's got a dad bod
Kanye's
going.
24 Grammys.
24.
Everybody want to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
They want to know what would happen if I did not win. I guess we'll never know. Remember that part?
Yeah, it's Tatum, right?
I know everybody will wonder what would happen if we didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
That's
He does copy everybody. Unoriginal fuck.
that was Jason Tatum. But yeah, we're going to go back to the Super Bowl. I'm going to go ahead and cut it right here because these guys are drinking. I got to get my drink too. Come on now. I can't be here. You know, I'm thirsty. You know what I mean, guys?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, I'll be right back.